Solis. I'm one of the other owners.
Pablo Ramirez, one of the owners of Pilsen Out Post.
We are all artists, so this runs as an artist-run gallery and retail shop. So we actually sell a lot of local artwork from artists within Pilsen, Little Village, all over Chicago. We're fortunate to have artwork from some international artists as well. So we run it as a consignment shop for our artists to help sell their work, and we also run it as a gallery, so we're able to host monthly shows.
Right, and we opened the store, the physical space, almost a year ago. Our anniversary is going to be in November. And before that, we were a pop-up shop for almost 2 years, and we were just exactly what the name says. We were popping up everywhere. And many people kept asking us, where's your shop, where's your shop? And we didn't have a shop yet. And we started working together, and you can tell them a little bit about how that came about, Pablo.
Well, Diana and Teresa started selling stuff at farmers markets and different locations around the city, art festivals, and then I came in with an art project, and which got more and more artists involved, and then we got some people that said, hey, can you sell our t-shirts? And we started selling their t-shirts, and it kind of just snowballed from there. We got a really big opportunity from Katrina Cafe over on 18th Street to help us set up like a temporary it was supposed to be for 3 months shop in Pilsen, and we had a pretty good time with it, and we had our learning experiences there, and then we decided, well, it's about time to move into our own space.
Well, they actually gave us 6 months, you know. Instead of the 3 months, it turned into 6 months, and like Pablo said, we had great experience there, and we sort of like kind of cut our teeth a little bit about having a physical space and working with the public, and we like garnered a lot of attention. There's a lot of foot traffic there, and so we really were, sure we were going to open up a space. It was a question of where, in Pilsen. And I think Teresa was the one who found this place. You can tell them what happened. You were driving by and
I think I scoped it out maybe a year or two before we decided to start looking at some space. I was looking to sell my own artwork and host workshops and just kind of do something. So when we started looking for spaces, I thought this is a great location. It's been vacant since the last time I saw it, and we worked it out. So we're very blessed to be able to settle down here.
the art that you see on the walls. The art changes every month. We host different artists, so we have monthly art shows. And this right now, this artwork that you see is by a young artist from, he's originally from Little Village, but he lives in Cicero now, or I mean by Midway, but he is a street artist who's been doing more and more gallery showings. His name is Hasso, and his work is very well known in the sense that he does a lot of wheat paste work, and he used to be a graffiti artist. And so this is his work, and we had a reception for him at the first of the month. So every first Friday of the month we have an art walk, and the art walk is also, we're joined by a group of other galleries and artist studios in this side of Pilsen. So basically Pilsen Out Post along with Hoofprint, which is another artist studio space on 23rd in Oakley, and Antonio Martinez Cobalt, 2 doors down. We initiated the art walk, and people have been, ever since we've done that, I believe we started in November, people have been joining us, and the list gets larger and more people come out to see the artwork. my name is Diana Solis, and one of the co-owners of Pilsen Out Post. Our next event, and we welcome everybody to join us, will be hosting or co-sponsoring and co-hosting Gran Om. He is an artist from Mexico City. He is currently here in the city doing a number of projects. He's been working on a mural at Block 37 downtown, and we're co-sponsoring his artist video screenings and talk. He's a graphic artist and a filmmaker, and that is on August 26th, Wednesday, August 26th, at the National Museum of Mexican Art from 7 to 10 p.m. And then shortly after that, we will be having our monthly art exhibit, our art walk, Art First Fridays, every first Friday of the month, and that takes place all throughout the west side of Pilsen, starting here at Pilsen Out Post and moving west. And that is September 4th, and that artist showcasing then will be Jose, his last name, I'm sorry. Mora. We call him Joe Mama, that's his artist name. I think that given that the three of us, and you'll meet the other, Teresa and Pablo, we grew up in the neighborhood, and we know and understand that there's a really rich legacy here in Pilsen of the arts. It just didn't happen last year or this year or last month or because there's a second or first Friday. I think that in keeping with that legacy, one of the other main reasons that we opened this shop as Latino artists is because we wanted to continue with offering a place where emerging and young artists, primarily Latino but not exclusively, would have a place and a home to showcase their work and also to be able to sell their work through here. We also work in conjunction with other art galleries, and I think that a lot of us are like-minded in the sense that we want to not just help foster the arts, but keeping it culturally relevant to who we are as Mexicanos, Chicanos, and Latinos in the midst of this neighborhood changing so rapidly. So we understand that, and we feel that it's an honor for us to be here, and we have a tall order and a big job to do, but we're really excited about what we're doing because we know that if we don't do this, someone else who is not necessarily pro-community or pro-barrio is going to come in and open up a shop like this. So therefore, we take it quite seriously and know that at the same time that, you know, we have this fantastic place and we share it with the public, including the community, by hosting workshops. By a lot of the people that take our workshops are community people, some of the women from Mujeres, people down the street. They've enrolled their kids, their teenagers in our classes. And anyway, I could keep on forever, but I want to, you know, give someone, Teresa or Pablo, a chance.
Hi, my name is Teresa Magaña. I am an artist and co-owner of Pilsen Out Post. As an artist, I actually think of myself more of an emerging artist. I haven't been doing this as long as Diana and Pablo have been. I was very much in the corporate world for a long time and transitioned at one point into the art world. I've always been creative in some way, whether it was music, poetry, or visual art. So when partnering up with Pablo and Diana, this was a great time in my life, an opportunity to be able to foster that in myself. During that time, I've met a lot of people as well that were in that transitional stage where they wanted that creative side of them to be a heavy part of their life. So I think in my part and what I kind of help see and foster when we meet other artists of all ages, because I feel that when we come across young artists that are just starting out, we are able to give them that opportunity, that professional opportunity to, you know, kind of get their feet wet with working with a gallery, working with a space, selling their work. And then on the flip side, you know, across the spectrum of ages, you know, where people have decided at some point, you know, I want to make this a serious part of my life, and we're able to help them as well. So, you know, from very young, early teens to emerging artists to adults that are transitioning. I think that we're able to house a lot of support and information for these people, and we all work together very cohesively. So it's been a great experience because I've learned with them as we work together.
Pablo Ramirez. I'm one of the owners here at Pilsen Out Post. I think one of my jobs here is to try to keep our products fresh and innovative. We try to do stuff that you wouldn't see at any other stores, from like just simple things like keychains to posters, and we try to keep our t-shirts very unique. We make them ourselves. We like to add our touch to everything. We're not taking any product from China. We're kind of making it ourselves. And I think that's really important for our youth to understand that, hey, they can make a t-shirt, or they can make a poster, or they can make a wheat paste that's really cool and share it with the rest of the community. And I think that's what's important.